What's going on, guys? Rampage Attack Z here, and today I'm doing a little vlog. No, it's not a vlog, a review about some of my Assassin's Creed figures. Oh my god, I have a neighbour next door, right? And he's so annoying. He just does the drilling and does his workshop, and whenever it's most inconvenient, like he was in his house for about 4 or 5 hours yesterday and decided to go out and do it at 10:30 at night. So I'm just going to shut the window quickly. You can probably still hear him, but oh well. Right, so I'm going to do a review on the Assassin's Creed figures. So first up, I've got 3 figures. So first up we have Edward Kenway. I'm seriously hoping you guys know him. If you're stood behind your phone right now going, oh, who's that? You need to learn more about Assassin's Creed. And don't text in the comments who's that, Edward Kenway. Okay, because I will just get annoyed. Right. So here we have Edward Kenway. He's a flipping good figure, so detailed. He is probably, I wouldn't say the most detailed because I shouldn't really tell you this because it's probably spoil, I don't know. But Adewale figure is coming out. And he comes from the Freedom Cry DLC, and he's pretty detailed as well, so it's a contender really. Who's more detailed? It leaves to be remained. Right, anyway, that's just me. And so he has incredibly lots of detail, right? It is Edward Kenway out of the game. Like some figures just name the figure the same name as the figure they're trying to create, but do it like something totally else. But they named the figure and made it the figure. So it's incredibly detailed. His hood can come off as well, but it takes ages. I spent a whole night trying to get it on. He's got his little satches there. He's got his little red robes. No, they're not robes, or they might be. I'm not sure. Put in the comments what they are, because I see most pirates with them. He's got that little white bit there. It looks like plastic in the actual game, that bit. And he just looks so amazing. So amazing. He's got his little skull there. So, that is Edward Kenway detail. So, now we're going to move on to articulation. First, we're going to go upper body. His head can actually, when he hasn't got his hood on, his head moves. Not far, but far. It's sort of like this, like that sort of thing. But yeah. Nice. Articulation. So say his thing is there. It can move probably tops about there. No, a bit more, like there. And I'll do it on the other arm, exactly the same, like that. And then, because this has been glued on there, like that, this can't go on there. But because this hasn't got anything glued on, it can go really far out, so like this. So his legs can go out that wide. It's quite clicky, but that's because he's quite new and things are still stiff. With articulation on his waist, it can turn like that. So yeah, looking that way. It's just really weird because when you've got it looking forward on the front, it'll be slightly tilted to the back. So it's quite hard to get used to that, and this bit's slightly rocky as well, which isn't the best. With articulation on the lower half, I'll just move these up so it's a lot easier. Right, so articulation on the lower half, right? The leg can probably move out to about that tops really, and this leg about that tops. So it just gives you a little definition. The leg, this material quite floppy, and that quite floppy. I'd probably say he's got twisty legs below the knees, quite twisty. This one, his legs can bend about like that, and his other leg can't bend out as far, so it can bend out like this, like that. But when you twist them out, it looks pretty cool like this. So that is his articulation. So I'm going to keep him like this, just because it looks cool. So I've got the hidden blade here. This comes with 4 hidden blades. Why there's 4, because Edward only has 2, is because when he hasn't actually gone like that, right, you can still see it, but it's not actually out, so it can't harm anyone. And that's 2 pairs of that's 2 of the hidden blades, so they just sit on his arm like that. And the other pair is these. So put that onto him, and look, it goes out like that. Pretty cool. Yeah, snazzy stuffs. And it just looks so cool. That's the hidden blades. This is the Kenway family sword. You can't get this in the game, but you can. It sort of taunts you to get the figure, advertising really, because in the game, when you go on the general store and you see the list of things you can buy and it says sword sets, it comes up with this picture next to the sword sets writing, and that is the Kenway family sword. You can't buy that in the game. I know what. And the reason why I said it was advertising was because you can only get this if you buy Edward Kenway the figure and you put the code in. So they're obviously saying, here's a little preview of the sword, so if you buy Edward Kenway you can get it, but we're going to be right idiots and we're not going to let you have this sword. That's pretty much what I said. And it, like, unlike most McLaren figures that maybe I have, the sword actually goes into the hand quite well, and the hand rotates like that. So look at that assassination. Looks like he's just about to go for an air assassination. It's like assassination complete. Yeah, so that's Edward. Pretty damn cool figure he is. I admire Edward. So here we have Connor. Let's take his weapons off. Ugh. So right, this is Connor. Connor Kenway. He is the grandson of Edward. So Edward is Connor's grandfather. And you might have heard of Haytham Kenway. He's in Assassin's Creed 3 as well. He is the father. He is son of Edward and father of Connor. So, right. He has a lot of detail as well. I probably wouldn't say as much as Edward, because there actually isn't that much detail to put in. Apart from the hood, where you've got all the little lines there. He's got the eagle on the front of his head there. He's got the bow and arrow pack. Like, there's apparently meant to be like a lot of arrows in there, but it looks like there's like 1 or 2. So yeah, if you do play with these, like as an action figure, you're probably gonna run out of bows pretty soon. Yeah, that's the only thing about using Connor as an action figure. Articulation, right? There's a slight bug to this, and it's not really a bug because it's not a computer, but this arm, right, that moves fairly, is like really loose. This moves like this, like that, really loose, like, and then the hand is just ridiculously loose. Like, just tap it like that and it goes up. But this arm, that does not barely. It's so tight. It's unbelievable. Which is actually his right arm's his stronger arm. So maybe they made it like that so it could be his right arm, his stronger arm. Not sure. And fairness of articulation up on the bottom half. Oh yeah, wait, quickly. His waist can't twist like the other assassins because it's Connor and his waist can't twist like any of the other assassins. That's just me. So this leg, it doesn't move up as far as Edward's does. It's actually quite appalling actually in terms of how far, and this one doesn't move up as bad. It actually doesn't move at all, to be fair. And this one, the legs bend back reasonably, and then this one bend back the same as well. He has ball joint. No, he doesn't actually. I think he has ball joint ankles. Yeah, he has a ball joint ankle, but that's the only. I think that's the only ball joint he has. I know ball joints aren't the most popular, but oh well. In detail, actually, not detail, but it's just a little thing. See his little hidden blade there, hidden blade thingy there. We'll go into his weapons now. So there, I was talking about hidden blade. This, right, you know that Connor has a retractable hidden blade. Well, I wouldn't really say retractable where you get it out, but he can move his hidden blade around. Like, say it was out there, like Edward's just stays out like that, but Connor's can rotate, so he can hold it like a dagger, or like when he skins animals or something, which is pretty cool. So that's why they've made it so, because on Edward's, it has on the blade, it has the line sticking out, so you can stick it in the holes in his arm. But instead, Connor's has the lines in his arm and the holes in the blade, so he can hold it so the lines don't get in the way of the hand, which is pretty cool but pretty annoying. Why it's annoying is because it falls off a lot more. Why? I don't have a clue, but look, you tap it a little bit and it usually falls off. Yeah. So yeah, let's do a little. God, my hands are shaking. I don't know why. God's sakes! Right, there we are. Finally, let's see. He'd do that, and then he would get it, and then he would have it in his hand like that. It's a little blade. So that's that. Let's check you're still running. Yep, you're still running, guys. Right, so that's Connor. Tomahawk. That slots into his right hand. And goes like that. And then his bow, that's quite detailed as well. You can go bing, 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 like a little elastic band. And that's that. And then, you know, I did like a little assassination cutscene with Edward. I'll do one now. Let me just. Ready? I see a Templar. Assassinate him. Like that. And that is Connor, guys. He's pretty damn cool figure. And one more. This one could be quite a quick one because there's not a lot to talk about him. We have Benjamin Hornigold from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. This material here is really flimsy. Like, just so flexible. His wrist moves around. His other wrist does. Arms move up and down quite fairly like that. It's because he actually has ball joint arms. Unlike all the other assassins I've got, don't have ball joint arms. His head moves. Actually, no, it doesn't. Well, it does sort of, but he has the little collar in his coat, and it stops him from moving his head. He can't move his legs that far forward. That far, look. I'll try to show you. Yeah, I can't move them that far forward. In terms of bending the knees, they move fairly well. It's so hard to move his right knee, but it does move at the end of the day, so it moves, really. And that, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Right, and that is Benjamin's detail. Oh yeah, and it's got like this comes off really easily. I'll show you how well it comes off. Look, literally just like that. And it's so easy to put back on, unlike Edward, where he has the little chain. That is really hard to put back on. In terms of things, because I found it is so difficult to put the sword into his hand. I'm not dare taking it off, because if it messes up in the review, I'm just going to look like a fool being like, no, get in there, sword, like that. So, yeah, he comes with a sword, decent size. He comes with a musket, exactly the same size as him. That's pretty cool. It's very well detailed. That should focus. Yeah, there they are. And there is one con to it though. He doesn't have a trigger hand, so he can hold it probably like this. No, I can't. No. Yeah, because it hasn't got a trigger hand. If you look at his hand like that, it won't be able to fit in like that, because it's Benjamin Hornigold and he can't hold guns. Apart from if you do that, but it looks so lame. Stick his thumb in the trigger hand, and it comes with just tiny pirate pistol. It's pretty sick. And it does take a bit of effort to get it in his hand, but once done, it doesn't fall out, and that's pretty cool. So that is. Oh yeah, one more thing. What I like to do is I like to just slot the musket into his hand like that. Something like that, yeah. And just slot the musket into his hand like that, and that is Benjamin Hornigold. And these are my 3 figures. In total, it probably costs like 30 quid for all. I'm getting one more called HOOPPE YOU ENJOY, and then if this is good, I'm going to start collecting the Assassin's Creed figures. I'll do daily reviews. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to open these like fresh. I wasn't able to do a review opening them from the package, but with HOOPPE YOU, the mental assassin, I will be able to, so that's good. I think I did this at the start of the video, but I'll do it again. Please give what's it called, Rampage R Tiger a shout. Please subscribe to him. It's a little shout out from me. And go check out some more of my videos, and please subscribe, like and comment, and I'll be doing some more reviews soon. See ya.